Hey everybody, it's Mark Ramey with the Mark Ramey Group, and I'm here today with attorney Chris Jones. He's an attorney with the firm Giles Robinson, and I learned something today that was pretty interesting factoid. Chris mentioned that his firm's been around in Orlando since 1905. Is that correct, Chris?
Yep, 1905.
So I want to thank you, Chris, for taking some time because as I have moved forward in my real estate business, I've had the privilege and the opportunity to help a lot of people. And a lot of those people happen to be families who have had people that have passed away, and they had to go through the probate process in order to sell their properties. So
Mhm.
today's focus and questions for Chris is going to be about the probate process. And tell me a little bit about the type of law that you focus on, Chris, with your firm.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me, Mark. My practice is primarily focused on, estate planning, wills, trust. Somebody dies, probate process, trust administration. The estate planning side can be anything from simple wills to some complicated tax planning. So that's what makes up about 80% of my day.
Okay. And how long have you been practicing law?
Well, I've been licensed for about 23 years, but I've been at Giles and Robinson for 20 years.
Okay, so I find that hard to believe because you look like you're 12.
I
So,
always say face cream.
all right. So if it's okay, we'll get started with these questions. And let's start off with the first obvious one to me that I think is important is Chris, what's probate?
Okay. If somebody dies owning an asset that needs to be transferred, probate is the process of finding out what assets are out there, figuring out which creditors are out there, going through that process of paying the creditors, and ultimately getting the probate assets to the beneficiaries of the estate.
Okay, sounds like a pretty important job. So how long does something like probate take typically?
Well, there's a lot of factors. One that we can't change is there's a 90-day creditor claims period in most instances. So most of the time we start the probate in one form or another, depending what type it is, and we have to wait 90 days before we can even consider making a distribution. But most of the time, if there's nothing complicated and if everybody gets along, 5 to 6 months is a pretty quick one, all things considered. But it can take much longer if the estate's in a lawsuit or something happens, or we just have creditors to deal with that we can't close the estate without dealing with it, estate can stay open for a lot longer than people would like.
Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you're finding the information to be interesting and helpful. If you would like to see the entire interview, please click the link below to my website, themarkrameygroup.com, and check out the probate tab. There you'll find this interview along with several others and a list of helpful resources for successfully navigating the probate sale process. Have a great day.